And next we have Flip 7. This is exploded. This game's everywhere. This game is on the shelf at big box stores and has just absolutely exploded in popularity. And for good reason. So Flip 7 is a push your luck game. In here is basically a large deck of cards. I'll get back to the box form factor in a minute. But the deck of cards is really simple. Imagine that they're just numbers for the most part. You have one card that has the number 1 on it, 2 cards with the number 2, 3 3s, 4 4s, all the way up to, I think, 11. So there's 11 11s in there. There's also a 0, 1 0. Then there are some modifier cards, which are kind of like bonus cards, we'll say, where it just says +1, +2, +3, and there's one that's a ×2. So those are score modifiers, and those are good. You want to get those. And then there's specials, and there's 3 special cards. It's like freeze, draw 3, and one other. All right, that's the entire deck. So what you are trying to do is you get dealt 1 card to start with, and it's kind of like blackjack. You're hit or stay. Those are your choices, hit or stay. So you want to keep hitting and getting another card added in front of you until ultimately you really want to get to the point where you get 7 cards in front of you, because you get a major bonus to your score if you can get 7 cards in front of you, but they all have to be unique. As soon as you have 2 of the same number, like 2 4s or 2 11s, you bust and you're out. So it's a push your luck. You want to keep getting cards until the point where the risk is too great. Because if you have an 11 and a 9, remember what I said earlier, there's 9 9s in that deck. There's 11 11s in that deck. You now have 2 cards that, I don't know the odds that I've figured out, but like you might already, like 40% of the deck might be 9s and 11s that, you have a good chance of busting. But if you can successfully hold the line at some point, you keep the points of all those cards, the face value of all the cards that you have in front of you, you get all those as points. And if you have a multiplier like ×2, that doubles the points. And if you get those other modifiers, that only adds to the points. And the modifiers, you don't have to worry about the duplicates. And ultimately, if you get 7 unique cards, at that point you get a major bonus to your score, and you will hold. I don't know why you'd ever go on to adding an 8th at that point. Flip 7. So really, really clean game. Really simple rules. It looks really pretty too. Just the artwork on the cards is really impressive. It's fast, it's easy, it's nice looking. It's a kind of fun, push your luck style game. The special's really quick. So like I mentioned, I think freeze, draw 3, I forget what the third one is, but so draw 3 you would use on someone else. You're basically saying you immediately draw 3 cards and you're hoping that they will bust by having to be forced to draw those cards. Freeze, you play on somebody and they have to stop where they are without drawing any more. And the last one is one that you keep for yourself until you want to. Oh, it's a second chance. This is great. You want to get the second chance and you hold it to the side. If you ever draw a card that's a duplicate, you can immediately discard the second chance and the duplicate and then keep going. So it gives you a second chance. That's it. That is the entire game. You keep track of your scores on a piece of paper until somebody has 200 points. And then you win. Great game. As far as pimp out potential, here's what I'm going to say. The box, depending on which version of the box you have, is your pimp out potential. Otherwise, there's nothing to pimp out here. It's just a deck of cards. But this box, the one that I have here, is so awful. I'm so angry at it. I'm pissed. It is such an awful form factor. First of all, as you try to pull open the top flap, you're creasing this shiny, what's supposed to be a nice looking packaging here. You're creasing it to open it. And then you have half of the deck that's stuck in the top half of this and the other half of the deck that's in the bottom half of this. And you have to kind of finagle them in there and then slide the instruction sheet in either in front of or in back of all those cards without it getting crushed. And then you've got this stupid retail topper here, which you have to kind of fold in and have it not tuck under the cards And it's so unwieldy and annoying. I can't believe that this is the packaging. I mean, the top part needs to not be there. It really should have been a telescoping box. I mean, I'm dinging this points based on the box alone. I think the game's great. I want to own this game. I literally may upgrade to a different version. They have a version with a much larger box, obnoxiously large for this game. You don't need a box larger than this. You just need a better box than this. This is the stupidest type of packaging for a box. I want to throw it out, put the deck of cards in something else, but I need it to be in something that I'll recognize if it's on a shelf. If it's just in some like Magic the Gathering opaque black box or something, plastic, you know, with the flip top lid, those are nice boxes, but I never remember that it's even on my shelf. So I'm really annoyed by the packaging. For that reason, it's going to get a 7. It's going to stay in my collection for now until I find a better version. They also have a smaller tuck box version that is more like what like this Similo box here. It's more like this. It's thicker, so that it just has the deck of cards that you slide in from the top. That's better even than this. I think that's a version that they only give out at conventions, though. So I don't think it's terribly accessible other than at a convention. In any case, Flip 7's a great game. It really is a fun, push your luck, simple filler game that you can play a couple times, or just, you know, this is like one of those casual Sunday afternoon, after Thanksgiving dinner, you know, something like with family and friends, and just really, really straightforward, simple game. Just the box is really unfortunate. That's it. Fiddly-factor is next to none. I mean, setup is super simple. Gameplay, a little bit of fittiness with some of those specials. If you draw a special card as your first card, and it's like the freeze, and you have to play it on somebody else immediately, so they could be essentially out of the round before they even got to go, before they got to take their turn. Unless I did something wrong with that, I got to reread that. But in any case, a little fiddliness there, but by and large, great accessible game. That is Flip 7.